Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer. I'm here with my friend Robert Feldman.
Hello.
Robert is with Wildfires Insurance, and on this episode, we're going to be talking about how to keep your insurance.
Yeah.
Right?
It's getting tougher and tougher.
So this is one of the things that's happening in California is people are getting non-renewed.
Yes.
And when they get non-renewed, trying to find a new policy can be challenging and usually significantly more expensive.
Absolutely.
So what can a homeowner do to try and minimize, not reduce or eliminate, it can happen, but what can we do to try and minimize the chance of not getting renewed?
Okay, so first and foremost, there are some companies in California right now that are just non-renewing.
Right.
Some are leaving. Company CSE is in the process of non-renewing. They're pulling out of California.
Right.
So there's not much of a really opportunity.
Yep.
Some companies are like State Farm and Farmers and Allstate. State Farm is going through some of it, which is just non-renewals.
Right.
Farmers, as an example, are doing things where clients can alter their property to get a renewal.
Right.
Allstate is the one that I know of that's doing what's called lean, clean, and green, is CAL FIRE.
Yep.
So CAL FIRE has put out information about what to qualify for a program called lean, clean, and green.
Yeah.
That is probably first and foremost the most important thing for everybody out there to know. I've said this a million times, if I said once at different conferences or things.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how great the insurance is. If your house burns, it burns.
Right.
And it's devastating for consumers when they go through. I've been in every major fire with the programs we've launched and seeing what makes it and what doesn't. The Lean, Clean, and Green program, if you look at CAL FIRE, is really a program about space. It's about things that are within 5 feet of the house.
Right.
Things like open exposed eaves, things that would, if you really think about it, make sense on which gives you the best chance to survive.
Right.
Believe it or not, the scary sounds, there are still homes with wood shake roofs in California.
Right.
Mostly in Northern California we deal with, but I mean, these are houses that are going to burn.
Right.
So insurance companies don't want to be the risks because they're going to burn.
Right.
So it's just, these are things that are steps. Consumers can easily go out to look at CAL FIRE and look at that ordinance, lean. If you Google lean, clean, and green, every consumer out there should be looking at their property, figuring this is something that's not a question of if we're going to do, we have to do.
Right. Well, and there's things that you wouldn't realize are problematic. I've heard artificial grass.
Yes, it's combustible.
Is a danger, and the artificial fences.
Yeah, can
are,
be.
Right?
Can be.
Like, so things you think you're doing, you're
doing
solving the
perfect.
environmental problems, right?
Yeah, and it's the exact opposite.
Correct.
So, and what's crazy is we see things like the open exposed eaves is the one that really scares me the most.
Yeah.
A lot of the homes that were built in the 60s and 70s that are throughout California and really throughout the Western United States have this thing where if you look at the side of a house, it's the edge of the house that hangs over the edge, and then it's open exposed. So when a flame catches, it goes underneath, it just burns right into the house.
Right, the ember can go straight in.
Straight in.
Right.
So when it does that or burns its way in, CAL FIRE sees that. Those homes are not really defended. They let that go. They defend the houses around it. So there's a lot of things, again, to your point of what we need to talk about and look at. You and I could talk for an hour on this subject.
Easily.
We're not going to do that to you out there right now. But anyone that needs that information.
Right. But yes, get to the right sources. Make sure that you're making your home as safe as you can for you, and it'll help you from an insurance perspective.
Absolutely.
Right. So if someone wants to reach you, has questions, how do they reach you?
Absolutely. My email is robert@wows, WOWS insurance.com, or you can go on our website, Wows Insurance. If you just simply type that in any Google or search, you'll find us. You can obviously submit for information.
Great. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of Conversations with My Real Friends. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.